In a faraway land full of shimmering castles and incredible magic, one single moment can last for 100 years, all just waiting for a little bit of hope.
I mean, really think about that. What if everyone you know, your family, your friends, even your dog or cat, just fell fast asleep, all at the exact same time? Well, let's find out what happens when that's exactly what happens in our story. Okay, so first things first, our fairy tale begins with a huge royal party. We're talking one of the biggest, happiest celebrations you could ever imagine. And where does all this take place? Well, our adventure starts in the beautiful country of France. Just picture it, rolling green hills and giant, towering castles, the perfect place for a fairy tale to begin. So, what was this giant party all about? Well, the very happy king and queen just had a beautiful baby daughter, a brand new princess. The whole kingdom was buzzing with excitement. And oh, you should have seen the feast. There was music playing, people dancing everywhere, and tables piled high with the most delicious cakes and treats. Everyone was there to say hello to the new princess.
But then, just when everything seemed absolutely perfect, something went wrong. All the happiness in the castle just vanished, and this dark, spooky shadow fell over the entire party.
You see, there were some very special guests. 7 good fairies had been invited, and they were there to give the new princess wonderful, magical gifts, like beauty, or a kind heart, or even a beautiful singing voice.
Uh-oh! This is a big uh-oh. They forgot to invite one of the fairies, and when she suddenly stormed into the castle, you could tell she was not happy about it. In fact, she was furious.
The whole room went silent, and her angry voice boomed through the hall with a terrible, awful curse. The princess will prick her finger on a spindle and die. Oh no! Everyone was terrified. But wait, just when it seemed like all hope was lost, the last of the good fairies, who hadn't given her gift yet, she stepped forward. She said she couldn't get rid of the curse completely, but she could change it.
So, the princess would not die. Whew! Instead, she would fall into a very, very, very deep sleep. A magical sleep that would last for 100 years. Can you even imagine sleeping for that long? So let's talk about that 100-year sleep, when the kingdom literally froze in time. The king was so scared for his daughter, he ordered every single spinning wheel in the whole kingdom to be destroyed. But you just can't stop a fairy tale curse.
So years and years went by. On her 16th birthday, the princess was just exploring the castle when she found a secret, dusty staircase that led to a hidden tower. And inside, she saw something she'd never seen before, a spindle.
She was so curious, she just had to touch it, and prick, the curse came true. And as she fell into a deep, magical sleep, so did everyone else in the castle. The king, the queen, the cooks, the guards, poof! They were all asleep in that exact same moment. For 100 years, everything inside the castle just stopped. On the outside, a huge magical forest of thorns grew up around it, hiding it from the world. After about 50 years, people had mostly forgotten about the castle, and it just became a whispered legend. But then, after exactly 100 years, a brave young prince heard the story.
Here we go, a prince to the rescue. After a whole century of sleepy silence, a hero finally arrives. And you know what that means? Hope has arrived at last.
Now this prince was super brave and adventurous. The second he heard the legend of a sleeping princess in a hidden castle, he knew what he had to do. He set off on a quest to find it.
And you'll never guess what happened when he reached that huge, scary wall of thorns. The spiky branches magically moved out of his way. They just parted, creating a path just for him. The magic knew the 100 years were finally over. He walked right into the castle, found the sleeping princess, and woke her up. The very second she opened her eyes, boom! A wave of magic washed over the castle, and everyone woke up at once. The chefs went back to cooking, the musicians started playing again, and the whole kingdom woke up with a giant happy party.
So that's our amazing story. But what's really, really cool is that there's some real magic and real facts behind this fairy tale. Let's check them out.
So who wrote this story down? A writer from France named Charles Perrault. He wrote lots of the famous fairy tales we all know. And get this, is the castle real? Well, kinda. You can actually visit a real castle in France. It's called the Château, and people call it Sleeping Beauty's castle.
because it's what inspired the story. How cool is that?
And you know, this beautiful story has a secret message. It's that even when things seem really quiet, or stuck, or maybe even a little bit dark, just like 100 years sleep, hope is never really gone. It's just sleeping, waiting for the right moment to wake everything up again.
So that leaves me with one last question for you. If you had a wonderful dream, something you hoped for more than anything, what dream would be so important to you that you would protect it and wait for it, even for 100 years? It's something to think about.